Yo guys, and welcome to my review of episode 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, the first non-dueling episode of the series. I did see a lot of people complain about that, but I personally don't have an issue with it. I think these are the episodes that 7th was kind of lacking, and I don't think we needed another duel just to explain traps. I know we did get one for spells, but I think this was a lot better. This is the first time we had a tutorial without a duel, and I actually really like it. It gives more focus on the actual story and developing the characters. I know obviously that the main selling point of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are the duels, but these episodes are also kind of important because what's the point of having good duels if there's no story to follow it up? I mean, Arc 5 is the perfect example of that. The duels were all incredible in that show, and the first season was really good. But then the story just kinda took a back seat, and well, now for a lot of people that's their least favorite show. But overall, I thought it was a fine episode. I don't really have any big complaints. Again, a tutorial episode just without a duel. I thought that Yuhi was really good in this episode. Obviously his big episode is next week, but I think they did a really good job with him here. I like the dilemma that Yuhi had between saving the countryman or stopping Kawaitel. I thought that was a really nice scene, especially since he has been terrified of them for the last 4 episodes and now they've kind of accepted him as a part of them, so that's really nice. I did for a while think that the Earth Damar is going to end up being just a kind of gag, but the fact that Chupacabra knew about it, I do now believe that it is going to be a lot more since both him and Yugioh know about this device. And this does kind of confirm that Kawaitel works for Yugioh as well. Yuhi questions Chupacabra about it, but obviously Chupacabra works for Yugioh, so he had to find out about it, and the only other person who knows is Kawaitel, unless Yugioh had another person kind of spy in on them, but I don't really think that's the case. I also really like Chupacabra in this episode. I thought that he was really good, like mini villain. I loved when he's trying to burn the ship and Yugioh just says, "Oh, the heat will inconvenience my people," and I mean, they're going to die, but okay. Also, can we just talk about what a stretch Call of the Earthbound was? Like, okay, trap hole, he opened the ground beneath him, for the second one he froze him. Call of the Earthbound had nothing to do with that crane, but okay, sure. I guess. Now, there was something in last week's episode that I didn't mention, but I'm going to mention now because it happened in this one again, and it's that the girl from the ending has appeared. Now, I don't think there's any really evil intent from her from what I've seen so far. She just seems like a normal person, again, last week just drawing and now selling Yuhi the tape, but again, very interesting that she's appeared again. I think this episode made Yugioh a little bit too gullible, and it's actually really interesting because obviously he's been through war, so I would have thought that he was going to have a little bit more trust issues, but you know, I mean, 3 times he just said, "Oh, you're giving me this card," Chupacabra says no, "Oh, you're just showing it to me, thank you, my eternal friend." I mean, kind of weird. Yuamu is once again putting a lot of trust in MIK, which I don't know if that's the smartest thing. I don't think Manabu has any malicious intent, but since Nyanda Star is also an alien, she could kind of be a double agent or something, so that's why I'm kind of unsure about them still. We obviously finally see the Matsuba logo, and it's the same logo that it was in 7th, so that's cool. And I know I said this last week, but I'm once again really glad that none of the characters, or at least the main ones, are getting sidelined yet. Of course, the 7th characters didn't all appear in this episode, it was just Sushiko, but from our, main group, Obviously, the main three have appeared in all 4 episodes. Manabu, since his appearance, has appeared in every single one, and now so has Chupacabra, and we know he's going to be next week as well. Kawaii Tell obviously is in this one and next one, so yeah, I'm really glad about that. But at this point, I'm just really curious about the whole yugioh thing. The episode 6 summary is kind of interesting, because obviously it's just a sentence, we're going to get more, but the thing that was kind of interesting to me was the fact that it says Yuhi and friends. Most of the time, when they say a specific person, then that's the character that gets focused on more. And most of the time that was Yuga in 7, so I would kind of expect this to be Udius, but obviously it's just a first summary that has one sentence in it, so there's going to be changes, but I just thought that was interesting. I'm excited for next week to finally find out what the Earth Damar is. That has been a big part of the show since it started, so that's really exciting. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts for episode 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Again, a really nice episode. I do wish we see more of these from time to time. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.